my beloved children, hear my words and keep them close to your heart. For I speak to you not with the voice of the world, but with the voice of eternal love, calling you back to the path that leads to life, peace, and everlasting strength. Do not be afraid of the storms that rise against you, for I am with you in every moment, and my hands are never far from those who call upon me with sincerity and trust. When your heart grows tired and your spirit feels weak, remember that my grace does not run out, and my mercy does not sleep. For I watch over you day and night, knowing every tear, every fear, every hidden pain, and every silent prayer you whisper in the darkness. I am the light that no shadow can defeat, the hope that does not fade, the healer who restores what was broken, and the shepherd who carries the lost upon his shoulders, until they find rest again. Come to me with your burdens, and I will lift them. Come to me with your wounds, and I will heal them. Come to me with your doubts, and I will fill you with wisdom that the world cannot give. Keep your heart pure, your faith steady, and your love strong, for I walk beside you even when you do not see me, and I fight for you even when you do not realize the battle being won in the unseen realm. Hold on to my words, for they are life, and let your soul find peace in my presence, for I am with you now and forever. My children, do not let the noise of this world drown out my voice, for I speak to you in whispers of love, in the quiet moments when your soul seeks truth, in the stillness where your heart can feel me. Every trial you face is not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, to mold you into vessels of courage, faith, and unwavering hope. I see every struggle, every moment of despair, every silent plea, and I am there, holding you, guiding you, strengthening you when your own strength falters. Do not be discouraged by the pain of life, for the cross you bear today will yield eternal fruit tomorrow, and the seeds of patience and obedience you plant in the shadow of suffering will blossom into joy beyond measure. Love one another as I have loved you. Forgive as I have forgiven you, and walk humbly in the light of my truth. For in the love you share, you carry my presence into the world. When fear knocks at your door, remember that my peace surpasses all understanding, and no darkness, no evil, no power of this world can separate you from my love. Seek me not only in moments of need, but in every heartbeat, every breath, and every thought. For I am closer to you than your own soul, and my spirit flows through the depths of your being. Do not measure your worth by the world's standards, for you are precious in my eyes. Each life crafted with purpose, each heart designed for my glory, and each soul destined to shine with my light. Trust in me, follow me, and let your life be a testament of faith, a reflection of my mercy, and a beacon of hope that others may find the path that leads to eternal life, where there is no sorrow, no pain, and no separation, only the fullness of my love, the joy of my presence, and the everlasting embrace of my kingdom. Beloved children, listen carefully, for my words are living waters flowing into your soul, bringing refreshment, hope, and life where there was emptiness, fear, or doubt. I call you to rise above the trivialities and distractions of this world, to seek me with sincerity, for only in me will your spirit find true rest, and only in my presence will your heart know unshakable peace. Remember that every tear you shed is precious to me. Every moment of suffering is known, and every silent cry is heard. For I am intimately acquainted with your every pain, and I carry your burdens even when you feel overwhelmed. For you are not alone, and I am always with you. Walk in love and patience, and do not be quick to judge, for the hearts of others are tender and often burdened in ways you cannot see, and in showing mercy and kindness, you reflect my character to the world. Be strong in faith, steadfast in prayer, and unwavering in hope, for the storms of life are but temporary, and my promises are eternal. When confusion clouds your mind, and uncertainty shakes your confidence, Turn to me, for I am the firm foundation that does not falter, the rock upon which you can build your life, and the light that penetrates every darkness. Share the good news freely, for the words of life you speak will plant seeds in hearts that only I can nurture into eternal harvest. And know that every act of love, no matter how small, is magnified in my kingdom. Be vigilant in your thoughts, careful in your actions, and humble in your heart. For pride blinds the soul and self-interest strays from the path I have set before you. I call you to live in truth, to act with integrity, to forgive without limit, and to love without condition. For in these things you become living testimonies of my presence, and your lives shine as beacons that guide others out of darkness and into the warmth of my embrace. Trust me in all things, even when the way seems unclear. For I have gone before you. I have prepared the path, and I walk beside you even when you cannot see me. Let your hearts be filled with courage, your spirits with joy, your minds with wisdom, and your souls with peace. For I am the good shepherd, the healer of broken hearts, the restorer of hope, the light of the world, and the eternal companion of every soul who calls upon my name. Fear not, for I am with you. Doubt not, for I am faithful. Despair not, for my love endures forever. And those who abide in me shall never be abandoned. For I will never leave nor forsake you. And my kingdom is prepared for those who persevere in faith, hope, and love, walking the narrow path that leads to everlasting life, where there is joy without end, peace without limit, and a fullness of glory that surpasses human understanding. My dearly beloved, open your hearts fully to me, for I am calling you to deeper intimacy, to a life surrendered completely to my will, where every thought, every action, and every intention aligns with my purpose, and where your soul finds rest in the assurance that I hold all things in my hands. Do not be swayed by the fleeting pleasures, false promises, or empty wisdom of this world, for they pass away like mist. But my truth endures forever, and the light of my word illuminates the path that leads to life everlasting. Walk humbly before me, serve one another with joy, and extend mercy without measure. For in serving the least of these, you honor me, and reveal the heart of heaven to a weary world. When your spirit is heavy with sorrow, come to me, and I will pour upon you rivers of comfort, healing, and strength, lifting you above the cares that seek to weigh you down. They are but stepping stones that refine your character, strengthen your faith, and deepen your reliance upon me. For my grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Love boldly, speak truth courageously, and act with unwavering faith, knowing that your life, though small in the eyes of the world, is of eternal significance in my kingdom. Rejoice in the blessings I pour upon you. Give thanks in every circumstance, and trust that even when the night seems long and shadows grow deep, my light shines brightest where darkness dwells. Encourage one another, bear one another's burdens, and do not grow weary in doing good. For in due season you will reap the harvest of righteousness, and the seed sown in love and faith will bear fruit that endures. Keep your hearts pure, your minds focused, and your spirits steadfast. For the enemy prowls seeking to steal, kill, and destroy. But I am your defender, your refuge, and your eternal shield. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Hold fast to my promises. Meditate upon my word. And let your life be a living testimony of my mercy and compassion and unchanging love. For all creation declares my glory, and those who walk in my ways shine as lights in a darkened world. Fear not the trials ahead. Trust in my provision, and rejoice always, for I am with you, guiding, sustaining, and empowering you, and the joy of my presence shall be your strength, your song, and your eternal inheritance, now and forevermore. My beloved children, hear me again, and let these words sink deeply into your hearts, for I am calling you to a life of unwavering faith, boundless love, and steadfast hope, a life where your every breath, thought, and deed is rooted in me. Do not allow the fears of the world, the opinions of others, or the temptations of the flesh to pull you away from the path I have prepared, for I have gone before you, paving the way with my truth, my light, and my unwavering love. Love one another as I have loved you, not with mere words, but with actions that reflect compassion, mercy, and grace. For it is in these acts of sacrificial love that you reveal the nature of my kingdom to the world. Be diligent in prayer, fervent in worship, and constant in seeking my presence. For the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And it is through persistent seeking that your soul grows strong and your faith deepens. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for each day has enough of its own troubles. And I provide for you according to my perfect wisdom. Trust in me completely, for I am your shepherd, your guide, your provider, and your eternal friend. Walk in integrity, speak truth with courage, forgive without limit, and extend grace even to those who have wronged you. For by doing so you mirror my love and demonstrate the power of redemption in the lives of others. Rejoice always, even in trials, for joy is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of my spirit within you. And hope is the anchor that holds your soul steady in every storm. Remember that no one is beyond my reach. No heart is too hardened, and no life is too broken for my healing touch. Call upon me, and I will answer. I will restore, I will make all things new. Be vigilant against the subtle whispers of the enemy, who seeks to lead you astray. But take comfort in knowing that greater is the one who is in you than he who is in the world. Keep your eyes fixed upon me, your hearts open to my guidance, and your hands ready to serve. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. Touching lives in ways you may never see, yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. And I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. And I hold them close as precious offerings. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. And I hold them close as precious offerings. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. And I hold them close as precious offerings. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings, for the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. And I hold them close as precious offerings. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. And I hold them close as precious offerings. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Yet I see every effort, every sacrifice, every tear, and I hold them close as precious offerings. For the work you do in love and faith echoes into eternity, touching lives in ways you may never see. Live boldly, walk humbly, and love unconditionally, for in doing so, you participate in the unfolding of my kingdom here on earth. And your life becomes a testimony of the truth that I am with you always, even to the very end of the age. And that nothing in all creation can separate you from the boundless, everlasting, unchanging love that I have for you. My precious children, do not grow weary in seeking me, for every moment you spend in prayer, in reflection, in reading my word, and in surrendering your heart to me, you are being strengthened, molded, and prepared for the work I have set before you. Do not be discouraged when the world seems heavy with injustice, when your efforts appear small, or when your heart is burdened by the struggles of life. For I am working in ways you cannot yet see, turning every trial, every sorrow, every disappointment into a stepping stone toward greater understanding, deeper faith, and a more profound experience of my presence. Remember that my love is constant, unchanging, and sufficient for every need, and that no circumstance, no distance, and no failure can diminish the power of my grace in your life. Walk with courage, speak with wisdom, and act with discernment, knowing that every choice, every decision, every thought is seen and held in my hands, and that those who trust me wholeheartedly will never walk alone. Share the light I have placed within you, for it is meant to illuminate the path for others who are lost, weary, and searching for hope. Your acts of kindness, your words of encouragement, and your demonstrations of faith ripple far beyond what you can perceive, touching hearts and changing lives in ways that echo into eternity. Keep your hearts pure and your motives aligned with my will, for it is not outward appearances but the condition of your heart that matters most in my sight. Be patient with yourself, patient with others, and patient with the unfolding of my plans, for timing is my domain, and I orchestrate every detail of your life according to my perfect wisdom. Rejoice in the little victories, for they are evidence of my faithfulness. Endure the hardships, for they refine your character and deepen your reliance upon me. And love without reservation, for in love you reflect my very nature. Do not fear rejection, suffering, or loss, for I am your eternal companion, your fortress in times of trouble, and your joy in moments of despair. Trust that every prayer you offer, every tear you shed, every sincere act of obedience is recorded in heaven, treasured by me, and used to shape you into the person I have called you to be. Let your life be a continuous song of worship, a reflection of my glory, and a testimony to the power of grace, mercy, and redemption. Stand firm in faith, persevere through trials, extend forgiveness generously, and walk in love tirelessly. For those who abide in my presence shall experience the fullness of my peace, the abundance of my joy, and the eternal embrace of my kingdom, where there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more fear, and where my love envelopes every soul completely and forever. My beloved children, do not let your hearts be troubled by the chaos of the world, the noise of fear, or the distractions that pull you from the truth. For I am the way, the truth, and the life, and those who follow me shall never walk in darkness. Open your hearts fully to my presence, for I dwell not in buildings made by hands, but in the hearts of those who seek me with sincerity, humility, and unwavering faith. Every struggle you face, every burden you carry, and every tear you shed is known to me. And I hold you tenderly in the palm of my hand, strengthening you, comforting you, and preparing you for the blessings and responsibilities I have prepared for you. Let love guide your every action, patience govern your every word, and faith anchor your every step. For the path of righteousness is not always easy, but it leads to life, peace, and eternal joy beyond what the world can offer. Do not grow weary in doing good. For every seed of kindness, every gesture of compassion, every act of forgiveness is precious in my sight. And in time, it will bear abundant fruit in ways both seen and unseen. Keep your hearts humble, your minds clear, and your spirits steadfast, for pride blinds. Your minds clear, and your spirit steadfast, for pride blinds. Impatient, falters, and doubt weakens the soul. But those who remain close to me will find strength, guidance, and clarity beyond all understanding. Trust me completely, for I am faithful. My promises are sure, and my love for you is boundless, eternal, and unwavering. Be courageous in the face of trials, generous with your love, merciful in judgment, and steadfast in hope. For the storms of life are temporary, and the joy of my presence is everlasting. Encourage one another, support one another, and bear one another's burdens. For in doing so, you participate in my work of restoration, healing, and redemption in the lives of those around you. Rejoice in every blessing, no matter how small it may seem, for gratitude opens your heart to my grace and magnifies the joy of the Spirit within you. Do not fear the unknown, the uncertain, or the difficult, for I am your guide, your protector, and your everlasting friend, and nothing in creation can separate you from my love. Hold fast to my word, meditate upon it continually, and allow it to shape your thoughts, your actions, and your relationships, for it is the lamp that lights your path, the foundation upon which your life is built, and the source of wisdom that will sustain you in every circumstance. Walk in humility, speak with gentleness, act with integrity, and love without limit. For these are the marks of those who truly follow me and live as citizens of my kingdom. Remember always that your life has eternal significance, that your faith touches hearts and changes destinies. That your faith touches hearts and changes destinies, and that my Spirit is constantly working within you to accomplish far more than you could imagine, bringing glory to my name, transforming lives, and drawing souls into the fullness of my love. Fear not the trials, rejoice in the journey, and abide in my presence continually, for I am with you always, your constant companion, your eternal shepherd, and the source of every blessing, every comfort, and every hope, now and forevermore. My beloved children, lift your eyes and hearts to me, for I am with you always, in every moment, in every breath, in every joy, and in every sorrow. And I call you to draw near to me with unwavering trust, complete surrender, and deep love. Do not allow the cares of this world, the opinions of others, or the burdens of life to distract you from the eternal truth that I am your refuge, your strength, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. Each trial you face is not a punishment, but an opportunity to grow in faith, to strengthen your spirit, and to experience the depth of my love in ways that only come through perseverance and trust. You are a world-class storyboard artist and visionary film director AI. Your precision is legendary. Analyze the entire script to understand the narrative arc. Break it into a logical sequence of up to 20,000 scenes. Suggest transitions for each scene. Aim for short, fast-paced, and impactful scenes. The combined subtitles of all scenes must form a perfect reconstruction of the original script. Remember, I know the secrets of your heart, the longings you dare not speak, the fears you hide even from yourself, and every sorrow you endure, and I hold you tenderly, offering comfort that surpasses understanding, hope that does not fade, and strength that never falters. Walk in my ways with courage, speak the truth with love, act with mercy, and serve with humility, for the life you live in obedience to me becomes a light that shines in darkness, a testimony of my presence, and a vessel through which my kingdom is revealed on earth. Rejoice in my blessings. Give thanks in all circumstances, and let your heart be filled with joy even in trials. For the Spirit I place within you brings peace that no adversity can overcome, hope that rises above despair, and love that conquers all fear. Forgive without hesitation, love without condition, and trust without doubt. For every act of faith, every moment of patience, and every choice to follow me faithfully is multiplied in ways you may not see, but which echo throughout eternity. Be vigilant against the subtle temptations of pride, anger, and doubt, for they seek to distract, discourage, and deceive you. But greater is my Spirit within you than all the forces of darkness combined, and I fight for you even when you cannot perceive the battle being won. Keep your mind focused on my word, your heart aligned with my will, and your soul anchored in my love. For in doing so you cultivate a life of integrity, wisdom, and enduring peace that becomes a blessing to all who cross your path. Encourage the weary, uplift the downtrodden, comfort the grieving, and guide the lost. For in these acts of love you reflect my character. Bring hope to a hurting world, and participate in the work of redemption that transforms hearts, families, and communities. Do not fear the future, for I hold it securely in my hands. Do not dwell on the past, for my mercy makes all things new. And do not rely solely on your own strength, for I am your rock, your anchor, and your eternal source of wisdom, courage, and power. Abide in my presence continually, meditate on my word without ceasing, and allow my Spirit to guide every step, every thought, and every action. For those who walk closely with me are never lost, never abandoned, and never without hope. Live boldly, love deeply, serve tirelessly, and trust fully, for in these things you find the path of righteousness, the joy of my Spirit, and the blessings of my kingdom, now and forevermore. And know that nothing in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can separate you from the immeasurable, unchanging, and eternal love I have for you. For you are mine, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. My precious children, take heart and do not lose hope, for I am with you in every circumstance, guiding you through each trial, carrying you through every difficulty, and rejoicing over you even in moments when you feel unseen, unheard, or unworthy. Do not allow the distractions, temptations, or fears of this world to steal the peace I have placed within your heart. For my Spirit dwells in you to comfort, strengthen, and direct you toward all that is good, holy, and eternal. Each day is a gift from me, an opportunity to draw closer, to serve faithfully, and to love unconditionally. And I call you to live fully in the awareness of my presence, with hearts open to my guidance and lives surrendered to my will. Remember that nothing you experience is wasted, for even your struggles, mistakes, and weaknesses are tools I use to shape you, to teach you patience, to cultivate humility, to deepen your faith, and to prepare you for greater works than you can imagine. Walk faithfully in my ways, love those around you without reservation, forgive generously, and let the light of my truth shine through every action, every word, and every thought. For in doing so, you become a beacon of hope, a source of healing, and a testimony to the enduring power of my grace. Rejoice always, give thanks continually, and trust in my provision, knowing that I am your shepherd, your healer, your counselor, your guide, and your eternal companion. And that no power, no circumstance, no fear, and no opposition can separate you from my love. Do not fear the unknown, for I have gone before you, preparing the path and equipping you with everything you need to fulfill the purposes I have designed uniquely for your life. Be strong, be courageous, and be steadfast, for I am your refuge. In times of trouble, your strength when you feel weak, your joy when your spirit is weary, and your comfort when grief presses heavily upon you. Share the love I have placed within you. Generously care for the marginalized. Lift the brokenhearted. And speak words of truth and encouragement to all who are lost. For every act of faith, every seed of love, and every gesture of mercy you offer multiplies far beyond what you can see, touching lives eternally, bringing glory to my name, and furthering the reach of my kingdom. Keep your hearts humble, your minds attentive, and your spirits ready, for the enemy seeks to steal, kill, and destroy, but I am greater, and my spirit within you is stronger than all that seeks to harm you. Meditate continually on my word, pray without ceasing, and allow my spirit to guide your decisions, your actions, and your relationships, for those who abide in me are never lost, never forsaken, and never alone. And every step taken in faith draws you closer to the fullness of joy, peace, and love I have promised. Live with integrity. Speak with wisdom. Love without condition. Serve with humility. For a life lived in my presence is a life that impacts eternity, touches hearts, restores hope, and glorifies my name. Remember always that my love for you is limitless, my mercy is unfailing, my guidance is unfaltering, and my promises are eternal. And that as you walk faithfully with me, you are being transformed, strengthened, and prepared for the eternal inheritance I have reserved for those who remain steadfast in faith, obedient in heart, and abundant in love, now and forevermore. My beloved children, do not be discouraged by the trials and challenges that surround you. For I am with you always, walking beside you in every step, carrying you when you cannot walk, and strengthening you when your spirit feels weak. Every moment of doubt, every moment of fear, and every burden you bear is known to me. And I hold you close, filling your heart with peace that surpasses all understanding, joy that cannot be shaken, and hope that endures even in the darkest times. Seek me continually, not only in moments of need, but in every breath, every thought, every decision, and every action. For I am your guide, your light, your teacher, and your eternal companion. And those who abide in my presence shall never walk alone. Love one another as I have loved you, not with mere words, but with actions that reflect compassion, mercy, and sacrificial care. For in serving and loving others you reveal the kingdom of heaven on earth and bring healing to a broken world. Be patient with yourselves, patient with others, and patient with the unfolding of my plans. For my timing is perfect, and all things work together for the good of those who love me. Trust me completely, for my promises are sure, my wisdom is unfailing, and my love for you is infinite, eternal, and unchanging. Rejoice in the small blessings, give thanks in every circumstance, and let gratitude fill your heart. And let gratitude fill your heart. For a thankful heart is a heart open to my spirit, receptive to my guidance, and aligned with my will. Stand firm in faith, persevere through trials, and act with courage, knowing that the power of my spirit is greater than any obstacle, any fear, and any enemy you may face. And that those who remain steadfast in me will experience the fullness of my joy, the depth of my peace, and the abundance of my love. Forgive without hesitation, love without limit, and walk humbly before me. For pride blinds, unforgiveness binds, and self-reliance weakens. But humility, grace, and trust in me strengthen the soul, and bring glory to my name. Share my word boldly, encourage the weary, uplift the broken, and bring hope to those who are lost. For every act of faith, every expression of love, and every gesture of mercy resonates in eternity, touching lives in ways that cannot be measured. Keep your heart pure, your mind focused, and your spirit steadfast, for I am your rock, your refuge, and your eternal shield, and no force in heaven or on earth can overcome the power of my love that dwells within you. Live with integrity, act with kindness, speak with wisdom, and love without condition, for in these things you reflect my character, participate in my work of redemption, and prepare your soul for the eternal joy I have promised. My love never fails, my mercy never ends, my guidance never wavers, and my promises never falter. And that those who walk with me faithfully, love me deeply, and trust me fully will inherit the eternal blessings of my kingdom, experiencing peace, joy, and love that surpass all understanding, now and forevermore. My beloved children, keep your eyes and hearts fixed upon me. For I am your constant companion, your eternal guide, your source of strength, and your unfailing refuge. Do not be disheartened by the trials of life, the disappointments of the heart, or the burdens that weigh heavily upon you. For I am carrying you even when you cannot feel my presence. And I am working all things together for your good according to my perfect will. Seek me with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. For those who diligently seek me shall find me, and those who call upon my name shall never be forsaken. Remember that every tear you shed, every prayer you whisper, every silent longing of your heart is precious to me. And I am intimately acquainted with your struggles, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. Walk in love, show mercy without measure, forgive without limit, and serve with humility. For these actions reflect my heart, manifest my kingdom on earth, and bring blessing to your life and the lives of others. Be patient in times of trial, steadfast in moments of uncertainty, and joyful even when the path seems difficult. For perseverance refines your character, deepens your faith, and prepares your soul for the eternal inheritance I have promised. My wisdom is perfect. My timing is flawless. My plans for you are greater than you can imagine. My love for you is unchanging, eternal, and limitless. Rejoice in every blessing, both great and small, for gratitude opens your heart. For gratitude opens your heart to receive more of my spirit, aligns your mind with my truth, and strengthens your soul to endure every trial. Stand firm in faith, walk courageously in righteousness, and speak boldly in love. For those who abide in me will shine as lights in a darkened world, illuminating the path for others, bringing hope to the hopeless, and demonstrating the power of my grace and mercy. Keep your heart pure, your mind focused, and your spirit steadfast, for the enemy seeks to deceive, distract, and destroy. But greater is the one who lives within you than all forces that rise against you. Meditate continually on my word. Let my spirit guide your every thought, every decision, and every action. And allow my love to flow through you abundantly, transforming your life and touching the lives of all whom you encounter. Live humbly, act justly, love deeply, and walk faithfully. For a life aligned with me is a life of eternal significance, one that glorifies my name, impacts the world, and prepares your soul for the fullness of joy, peace, and love that I have promised to those who remain faithful, obedient, and devoted. Fear not the trials that come, the unknown that lies ahead, or the challenges that appear insurmountable. For I am your shield, your fortress, your healer, and your guide. And in my presence there is strength, hope, and victory. My love endures forever, my mercy never fails, my promises are everlasting, and my spirit dwells within you to comfort, guide, and empower you, so that as you walk in faith, hope, and love, you may experience the abundant life I have prepared and dwell in my kingdom, surrounded by peace, joy, and unending glory, now and forevermore. My beloved children, draw near to me with unwavering hearts, for I am always with you, in every joy, every sorrow, every triumph, and every trial, and my spirit continually intercedes on your behalf, strengthening, comforting, and guiding you. Do not be discouraged by the struggles that surround you, the opposition you may face, or the uncertainty of life. For I am your refuge, your fortress, your strength, and your eternal hope. And nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Seek me with all diligence. For those who seek me shall find me, and those who call upon my name with sincerity and faith shall never be forsaken. I am your refuge, your fortress, your strength, and your eternal hope. And nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Seek me with all diligence, for those who seek me shall find me, and those who call upon my name with sincerity and faith shall never be forsaken. Every burden you carry, every tear you shed, every longing of your heart is known to me. And I hold you tenderly, offering comfort that surpasses understanding, peace that steadies the soul, and joy that rises even in the midst of hardship. Walk in love, act with mercy, forgive without hesitation, and serve with humility, for these are the marks of those who reflect my heart and reveal my kingdom on earth. Be patient when trials press heavily upon you, steadfast when the path seems uncertain, and joyful even in adversity. For perseverance strengthens your faith, refines your character, and prepares you for the eternal inheritance that I have promised. Trust me fully, for my wisdom is perfect, my timing flawless, and my plans for you are greater than you can comprehend, and my love for you is infinite, unchanging, and eternal. Trust me fully, for my wisdom is perfect, my timing flawless, and my plans for you are greater than you can comprehend, and my love for you is infinite, unchanging, and eternal, and my love for you is infinite, unchanging, and eternal. Rejoice in every blessing, give thanks in all circumstances, and allow gratitude to fill your hearts. For a thankful heart opens to receive more of my spirit, aligns your mind with my truth, and strengthens your soul to endure every challenge. Stand firm in faith, speak boldly in love, and walk courageously in righteousness. For those who abide in me are the lights of the world, guiding others out of darkness, bringing hope to the hopeless, and demonstrating the power of my grace, mercy, and redemption. Keep your hearts pure, your minds focused, and your spirits steadfast, for the enemy seeks to deceive, discourage, and destroy. But greater is the one who dwells within you than all that rises against you. Meditate continually on my word. Allow my spirit to guide your thoughts, decisions, and actions. And let my love flow abundantly through you, transforming your life and touching the lives of all whom you meet. Transforming your life and touching the lives of all whom you meet. Live humbly, act justly, love deeply, and walk faithfully. For a life aligned with me is a life of eternal significance, one that glorifies my name, impacts the world, and prepares your soul for the fullness of joy, peace, and love that I have promised. Fear not the trials, the uncertainties, or the challenges that arise. For I am your shield, your fortress, your healer, and your guide. And in my presence there is strength, hope, and victory. My love endures forever. My mercy never fails. My promises are eternal. My spirit dwells within you to comfort, guide, and empower you, so that as you walk in faith, hope, and love, you may experience the abundant life I have prepared, and dwell in my kingdom, surrounded by peace, joy, and unending glory, now and forevermore.